Hello, welcome to I've Got Your Back Flow. This is going to be a supportive, gentle back awareness and strength flow, maybe a little therapeutic, to help us to understand how our backs move, how our bodies move, so hopefully we can start to move with more alignment. We're actually going to start today on our bellies, so go ahead and come onto your belly. For this practice, actually, before you get comfortable, maybe get a block. You might need that later. So otherwise, I'll give you an extra few moments to get your blocks. And if you don't have a block, a blanket, towel, fold it up. Good. And then we will meet on our belly. So go ahead and come to your mat. Bring your hands right under the chin just to soften for a moment. And let your feet, your body just be held naturally as you would without thinking of doing yoga at all. Just take a moment to feel yourself. Feel how heavy the chin is on the hands. How does the neck feel in this position? How does the belly feel heavy against the mat? Your low back? How do your legs feel? And I'm going to ask you to actually look over one of your shoulders. So prop yourself up however you would like. And just notice your heels. Are they right in line with your calves or your glutes? Or do they kind of fall apart from one another, maybe even inward? Just notice this. Okay. And then let's find some awareness now back into the body with the intention that we are practicing yoga, right, to get your back. So where I'd like us to start, please, is bring your hands actually away from the face. Turn your head towards the left so your right ear is resting or your right cheek is resting on the ground. Good. And then I'd like you to draw your inner thighs together, just a little bit. Good. And then let's start just by breathing a few breaths here. So I'd like you to feel a deep inhale here in your belly. And on your exhale, feel the belly again. Just notice the movement of the belly, the shape of the belly. There's a tendency that when you exhale, laying down on the belly, that we just push the belly continuously into the ground. I'd like us to change that now to draw some awareness and support to the low back. Take an inhale, and then on your exhale, pull the navel in towards the spine to let the breath out. And then practice that again. Inhale, go ahead and let the belly press into the mat. Exhale, draw the navel into the spine. Good. Okay, turn your head, do the same thing. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine. So imagine doing this in a way where you feel like you're about to get sucker punched in the belly. And really almost feel that exaggeration. And what that does to the tailbone, it almost feels like the tailbone starts to tuck in, which is actually supporting and creating space in the low back. Good. And then I'd like you to come back to the first side and draw the legs together a little bit more. Okay, where our arms are still resting here. Our cheek is turned to start. Let's just work on the bottom part of the body. Our inner thighs are drawing in. Okay, and then I'd like you to begin to find that breath. Exhale, draw the navel in. Now turn your head to the chin. Inhale, fill the belly up. Exhale, draw the navel in. Feel that sucker punch. And then I'd like you to bend the left knee. I'd like you to press the right leg deeply in towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale, begin to lift the left knee up. Stay here. Sucker punch belly, exhale. Good. And now I want you to take a check of the rotation of the left knee. Are you allowing it to flare open and away from midline? Or can you continuously keep that left knee pointed down while strengthening the right leg into the ground? Good. One more breath. You should feel your activation of your low back. Good. Exhale, relax. Left leg down. And then maybe turn the hips left to right. Turn the hips, loosen that up. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. The chin stays on the floor. Keep the shoulders moving towards the hips. Try not to let them to get in a habit of already coming forward here. Okay, bring the legs together. Press the left leg into the ground, bend the right knee. Inhale, find that belly pattern. Exhale, pull the navel in. And then on this next exhale, I'd like you to lift the right leg up. And then find some breath here. So we're not going very high. We're just making sure that we don't rotate the leg. We want that kind of internal hugging in of that right leg to help to stretch out the low back here. You can point the right toe, flex it, whatever you feel good doing. It doesn't necessarily matter as long as you keep pressing the left leg down. Inhale. Draw the navel in, exhale. One more. And relax the right leg down. Okay, this time bend both of your knees and just let them fall left and right, the feet. Just gently release that low back. And then bring the legs all the way back down again. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and bring the thighs together. Every time you bring the thighs together, it actually brings that spaciousness to the back, the low back especially. We're gonna rebend the left leg, press the right leg into the ground, and then lift. Okay, find that perfect rotation of support in the low back. Pull the navel in, and let's pulse up for about 20 or so seconds. Pulse up that left foot. Almost like you're trying to touch the back with the left heel, right? We're drawing it upward. Keep pressing the right leg down. Good. We're about halfway there. You should maybe feel a little bit of a turning on of the gluteus minimus as well. Good, and then left knee to the floor. Relax. Move the hips left and right with the legs on the ground. Loosen that back up again. Okay, other side. Draw the legs in. Shoulders go back towards the hips. Right knee bends. Right leg lifts. Find that rotation to support the spreading of the back. Pull the navel in and pulse about 20 seconds. Keep the left leg contracted towards the ground. Good. I like to peekaboo sometimes because I don't even know I'm cheating. And my legs like to rotate externally, which is why sometimes my low back isn't so happy. My SI joints get kind of uneven. Good. A few more moments. Good. Right leg down. Okay. You might have felt something even more here. Okay, bend both knees, please. And again, left and right with the shins. Just loosen it all out. Okay, from here, let the legs go down. Tuck the toes in towards the shins and just strengthen through the legs. Pull the belly in. Okay, and then I'd like you to go ahead and let the legs relax again on top of the toes. Bring the forearms underneath the body. Left and right elbows right underneath the shoulders. Right wrist, left wrist in line with the elbows, palms to come flat to the ground. From here now, we're gonna work through something called Sphinx pose. So notice already my pattern, my legs got kind of like lackadaisical. Draw them back together. Bring them back into inward rotation here. And then keep those elbows, those wrists in alignment. Draw the shoulders towards the hips. And imagine you had this block, right, or a block between your shoulder blades and you were trying to squeeze it. Not with everything you have, enough to where you can do it, but still be mindful of everything else going on. The legs, the feet, the chest coming forward, right? Pressing into the elbows. Okay, and then the chin. A lot of people like to lift up here. We think we're supposed to lift up and you can't really breathe. No, I want you to draw a little bit more inward. Maybe the gaze is straight forward. Okay, now we've got that going. Now I want you to gently pull the yoga mat back, draw the yoga mat back with the hands. You're gonna feel a little bit more intensity. Okay, so you kind of got that. Your mind forgot about everything else. So now remember everything else. Legs, inner thighs, shoulders to the hips, rhomboids squeezing together, chest coming forward, draw the yoga mat back, and chin is neutral. Okay, now breathe. We've got about 5 more seconds. Good. Okay, go ahead and move the elbows out of the way. Take a moment, come back down. Find an inhale to press the belly into the floor. Draw your right cheek down. Exhale, draw the navel in. Good, one more time. Excellent. Okay, bring the hands under the shoulders and lift yourself up to a tabletop. So this is going to be our neutral position of the tabletop. And what I'd like you to do is bring the feet together and draw the knees wide. And hands are still under the shoulders. I'm going to ask you to rock back, hips towards heels. But when you do this, don't keep your arms straight. You'll notice the back tends to round here. I want you to let the elbows go soft as soon as you start to shift the weight back, okay? So this is going to be our inhale. Shift the weight back, bend the elbows. Here's our exhale, keep the back straight. And then chin draws in, forehead to the ground, or a blanket, or a block. Good. Let's inhale, lift it back up, tabletop. Feet come apart. Good. Exhale, feet draw in, hips go back, elbows come soft, draw towards one another, head down. Let's do 2 more just like that. There's a lot to remember. Inhale, feet come apart, tabletop. Exhale, feet together, elbows draw inwards and down, forehead to the ground. Last one. The only thing we can add to this is draw the navel into the spine when we get all the way down to the exhale and full child's pose. Excellent. Okay, please lift up, tabletop. Bring yourself back into that neutral position. And we're going to continue to work that low back. So hands under the shoulders, draw the shoulders towards the hips again. And we're going to start on the left side. So normally I start on the right side, but because my left is facing the camera today, we're just going to keep going with this left position. So from here, I'd like you to send the left leg out, toes on the ground, and just draw the knee up and in towards the muscles of the body. And notice how your leg, your left knee, your toes are on this nice vertical line. Your knee is not on a tight rope. Your feet are hip distance apart even here. Okay, notice how this leg now, it's very easy to kind of turn it inward and rotate that heel. So here's your external rotation, here's your internal rotation, hugging that left knee over to the right. Okay, so now that you've got that sensation in the body, you've created this space. I want you to draw that neutral or slight internal rotation as you lift the left leg up. So we're not rotating that left leg away, we're drawing it down and in. Okay, what does that do? That creates lots of awareness in the low back. Lots of awareness through the bottom of that glute. Press the hands into the ground, shoulders towards the hips. Then we're going to go ahead and bend the left knee. And just like we did before, pulse. Keep pressing the right shin into the ground. Keep that left knee internally rotating. You can even peek if you'd like. Keep the navel drawn in. Support this back. The vision is straight down. Got about 10 more seconds. Working that back. Good. Then we're going to step that left foot in between our hands, round the back, and bring it forward. So draw your knee over the ankle. The right knee, this might be it. It might be right underneath the hip. I can even bring it forward. This might be all the space that you have in your hips today. That's okay. If you do have more though, send the right knee back a couple of inches. Not completely back to where you're in the half split, but just enough to feel more of a release through the right hip flexor. Okay, and then from here, once again, you can draw the shoulders. I suggest you draw the shoulders back towards the hips again. If this is too much of a reach, bring blocks under your hands on either side. Okay, from here, I'd like you to squeeze the right glute. Squeeze the right glute and notice how it creates a little bit more of a release through the front of the right leg. Okay, from here, walk the hands up the left leg. Good. Pull the navel in, draw the chin down. Good. Inhale, lift the chin up. Notice what's happening in the body. Exhale, draw the chin in. Right to the throat. One more time. Chin up and then down. Good. Then neutralize the chin. Just look straight forward. Keep squeezing the right glute in. Lift the right arm up. Good. Lift the left arm up. See if you can maintain this balance. I want you to feel as if now you're lifting your spine up and out of your hips. Right? Maybe you can kind of imagine you're climbing up this magical rope. Okay, navel in. Support, shoulders down. In and out through the nose. Good. Okay, on the exhale, release your hands slowly down to the ground. Step the left knee back. Tabletop. Good. Child's pose, knees apart, feet together. Elbows draw in and bend, forehead down. Inhale, feel the belly supported. Exhale, feel the lower back supported, pull it in. Again, inhale, belly kind of opens. Draw the navel in, exhale. Inhale, tabletop, feet come apart. Okay, we're gonna go on to the other side, please. So hands under the shoulders go towards the hips. Navel supports the spine, plug it in, find a nice straight back, send the right leg back. Flex the toes, just kind of stretch that calf out a little bit. And then play with that internal and external rotation so that your muscles know what I mean and what you mean when you ask it, excuse me, to internally and externally rotate. So here when the right knee kind of goes open to the side of your mat, that's external. When it draws in towards the left side, that's internal. Okay, once you find that familiarity, that control, lift the right leg up. Draw the right leg up with that internal rotation, the right knee pointing straight down. Your hands are just gently pressing here. The eyes of the arms or the wrinkly part of the arms are out. Good. Find that strength, that support, and then bend the right knee. Good. And then pulse. Keep that knee pointed down. Easily wants to go this way. We want down. We want space in the low back. We want strength in the low back. And we want muscles supporting all those joints. Good. Keep going. About 5 more seconds. Good. Bring the knee towards the chest. Round. Make space. Foot comes between your hands. Okay, again, grab those blocks if you need height. And then shoulders back. So notice when I first land, I have that tendency to round, right? I notice it, I catch it, and I adjust it. Okay, left leg can go back if you've got that space, left knee. Hands walk up the right leg. Okay, readjust the spine. Squeezing down through the left glute, right? Feel that release through the left side of your hips. Press down through the right foot. Good. Once you feel like you've got your balance, your body supported, we're going to try to lift the vertebrae up and out of the hips. So lift up the left arm. When you're ready, lift up the right arm. Lift the chin away and towards the sky. Draw the chin to the throat. Feel what this does for the stretch. One more time, chin up. Shoulders relax. Exhale, chin in. And then neutral, straight ahead. Just hold here. This is also called Anjayasana, with the back knee down. Good. Okay, hands come to the floor, frame the right foot. Send the right knee back to meet the left knee. Tabletop, palms flat. Knees apart. Exhale, draw the elbows in, bend them, down, forehead to the ground. Take 2 rounds of breath. Navel goes expanded. Exhale, contract navel to the spine. Good job. Okay, inhale, tabletop. Knees hip distance, feet hip distance. I'm going to start back on the left side. Flex the left leg backwards, or I should say unflex it, right? And then knee into the chest, draw, round, foot between your hands. Lengthen your back, shoulders to the hips. This time I'd like you to draw the right quadricep up into the bone, lift the right knee up. Okay, so we've got that straight leg. Hands can be on blocks for support here. Okay, here we go. Find your length. Find that internal rotation of the inner thighs drawing in. Your feet are still hip distance apart. There's no tight grips going on here. And we're going to come up into a high lunge. So I'd like you to squeeze the right glute. Press down through the left foot. Walk your hands up to the left thigh. Rise that upper spine. Shoulders back towards the hips. Find balance here. Draw the inner thighs together. Again, creating space in your back. And then maybe arms go up. This is going to be our inhale. Okay, let's take a second. First, settle, exhale. Now we're going to add a little bit more motion to the upper back. This is our inhale. Draw the elbows down towards the ribs. This is our exhale. Again, inhale, just 3. Draw the elbows down, exhale. Find that mobility in the upper shoulders. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Okay, we're gonna bring the hands to the hips. Bend the right knee a little bit. Press into the right foot. Step all the way forward. Shake out those knees. Okay, I'd like you to bring your hands to your back of your legs. I'm gonna go like this. I'd like to see the front a little bit. And then I'll rotate for you all to see me better. Okay, so feet are hip distance apart, toes are pointed forward, and I want you to kind of lift your chest up a little bit. Feel the back muscles engage, okay? And we're gonna go for a few hinges, which means a fold over the hips here. But we're gonna use the support of our hands on the back of our legs to come all the way down. So we have the back a little bit more supported than maybe usual in a full sun salutation. So this is our inhale. We actually do lift the chin up slightly. And then exhale, lengthen the back forward and away from the legs. Walk your hands down the back of the legs. Slight bend to the knees. When you get to your bottom, chin draws to the throat. Good, and then inhale, walk your hands back up the legs. Or you can drag them. Chin goes up, chest goes up. Good. Exhale, come down. Support yourself. And one more time, come up. Take your time. Chin lifts up last. Good. And then find neutral. Okay? So for this next one, we're going to go all the way down, but then we're going to lift up halfway to really find a lot of activation through the back of the body. So here we go. We're going to firm through the legs. Feel that internal rotation we've been working on, which is going to also help to lift the pelvic floor. We're going to draw the ribs down, but lift the chest up, chin up. Good. Exhale, make your way down. Bend the knees slightly. Chin in. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to a halfway up position. Make a complete 90-degree angle with your hips and your legs. Stay here. Good. Breathe. Lift the chest. Navel towards the spine. Good. Now from here, I'd like you to lift those arms up like we just did in that cactus pose, like we did from crescent lunge. Okay. Inhale, lengthen the arms away from the body. Exhale, draw the elbows back towards the ribs. Good. A few more, just like this. Your gaze is straight down. Your chin is kind of into the throat. And draw back. We're going to do a few more of these. And the knees can stay slightly bent. That'll take some of the pressure out of the spine to keep the back nice and straight. Okay, the next time that the arms go forward, please keep them there. And just hold. Draw the legs inward. Lengthen the spine, no rounding. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor, bend the knees, release. Good. We're going to press into the feet. Walk the hands up the back of the legs. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Chest pops up and high, chin lifts up. Exhale, walk the hands down the legs, right back down to a fold. Okay, come up that halfway position. This is step 2. Inhale, legs up. Hands up the legs. Find that 90-degree angle. Kind of lengthen that spine away. So I kind of even like to press my hips back to kind of create even more space. And then it's like a drawing in of the thighs. Okay, here I go. Draw your ribs in, right? We don't want them pouring out. Nice and strong. Okay, here we go. Arms extend. The legs are probably getting tired too. Good. Exhale, cactus. Let's do about 6 of these. Get those elbows down. Inhale. Elbows down. Good. Hands behind the thighs, walk them down, release it. Good. Hands to the floor. Lengthen one time, halfway up, and then just gently step back into a tabletop. Good. Tabletop, shoulders draw back, ribs come in. Okay, we're gonna move on to that right leg now to make ourselves up into an Anjasana, into a crescent lunge. So let's first start. Right leg extends behind us, stretch out that calf. That actually feels really good. Knee into the chest. Right foot in between your hands. Hands can go right on those blocks or not, up to you. Okay, lengthen here. Hands up the right thigh. Find that space. Anjasana, arms over your head. Gaze can go up, chest can lift, ribs point down. Firm up the left glute, press down through the right foot. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to the hips. Okay, tuck the left toe. Lift the left knee up, keep a bend to the left knee. Strength, press down through the right foot. Good, and then extend the left leg straight. Crescent lunge, navel tight. Here we go. Inhale, the arms can go up once you find your balance. And here we go, we're gonna go a few cactuses, elbows bend. And together, inhale, arms go up. Elbows bend. Two more. Good. Inhale, lift up for a nice strong crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands to the hips. Bend the left knee again. Giant step forward. Let the legs relax. Okay. Inhale, lift the arms up. Lift the chest up, point the ribs down, chin up. Exhale, draw all the way down to the yoga mat. Fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Good. Exhale, step it back to a tabletop. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and lower right back down to the belly. Then we're going to make our way into full lotus pose. Shalabhasana. Okay, so I'd like us to please draw our hands to the ribs. Draw our thighs together, roll our shoulders back and towards the hips. Okay, we're going to start with just the hands. So with the elbows squeezing up, lift the chin up. Don't lift it to the sky, just off of the mat. Draw the shoulders together. Good. Exhale, lower down. Keep the upper body down, the chin down. Draw the legs together, lift just the legs up. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lower. Okay, now I'd like you to bring your hands right beside your hips. Palms are going to be faced up. The thumbs can touch the side of the body. Okay, we start with just the upper body. So the inhale, the belly fills up. The exhale, the navel pulls to the spine and you rise. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Let's add the legs. Draw the legs in, heels touch. Rise. Arms can float. Full Shalabhasana. Exhale. Lengthen upper body out of low body. Heels go towards the back of the mat. One more. Good. Release. Okay, we're going to bring those hands in front of us. And then go ahead and open the arms up like a T. I'd like you to kind of roll slowly over to the right, not kind of, totally roll yourself over to the right hip. And then bring the right knee up towards that left arm. It's not going to go very high, but just enough. Just release out the back. Good. So we've got an internal rotation here of the right leg and the left. Now we're going to switch that up. Okay, go ahead and release the right leg straight. Bring the left knee up towards the left elbow. Now you've got a little bit more external here. Good. And now we're gonna keep rotating. Press into your hands, and then bring the right hand over to the left side of your mat. And then I'd like you to roll your upper back down to the floor and keep your legs where they are. Right hand can go on the leg, the left leg, is that your left? Yeah. And just spin it open. Good. And then come all the way right back down to the floor. Okay, we're gonna move through the other side. So open your arms like a T. Roll to the left hip. Bring the right knee forward. Actually, I'm sorry, left knee forward, the bottom leg first. And just feel that support, that inward rotation of the hips. Good. And then switch it. Left leg goes straight. Right knee comes up towards the right elbow. Take a moment, allow the body to find the mat. Relax the cheekbone. Good. And then go ahead and begin to lift the head. Place the right hand under the right shoulder, press into the mat, send the left arm through, over to the right, to spiral the upper body open. Left arm can rest on that top leg to find a little bit more of an ease of a stretch or a rotation. Good. And then to come out of this, I'd like us to roll all the way down to our backs. So go ahead and continue to roll over and adjust yourself right onto your mat in the center of your mat. Okay, just take a moment, just feel how the lower back is. Let the arms relax down by your side, let your face soften. And then with the next inhale, we're gonna lift our knees to the chest, but I want you to try to keep your tailbone on the ground, okay? So lift the knees to the chest, keep your tailbone on the ground. And then I'd like you to bring on your exhale, your hands to your shins. Our tendency is we lift that tailbone up, we think this is a better stretch. No, we want the tailbone down. Good. This is gonna create a natural arch to the spine, okay? So this is going to be our exhale. Press our legs into our hands, press the tailbone down. And then on the inhale, might actually switch that breath up. This is gonna be our inhale. I want our exhale to switch our hands to the top of the legs and press the legs away and feel the tailbone go flat. Feel the arch of the back go away, okay? Inhale, hands move to the shins, press the tailbone down, shoulders soften, arch. Knees draw together, good. And then exhale, press. Let's do about 6 more of those. Inhale and pull. Exhale and push. Couple more. Last one. Good, and then let the feet come all the way down. Okay, I'd like you to go ahead and separate the feet mat width apart. From there, allow the knees to fall towards one another. Feel that last internal rotation to open up through the sacrum, low back area. Rest your hands anywhere that feels comfortable. Find length in the spine though. And just feel the support of the back. I hope you enjoyed, that you've got your back. I've got your back. If you've got time today to take a moment in Shavasana or 5, please allow yourself to relax towards the mat. Feel the natural curvature in the spine and breathe easy. If this is the end of your practice, gently roll up to the side of your mat. Come up to seated, feel your posture. Namaste.